In today's video, we are going to be giving you a full in-depth walk around of my two-owner, garage-kept, 67,000 original miles, 1988 Foxbody Mustang GT, and we're also going to dive in to what exactly I paid for this beauty. Let's go.
Put it in a zip like don't want it back. Yeah. Don't ever try to give me trash. I've been chasing dreams with the team I left and moving fast. Yeah. I just wanna live my past. I just live my life day to day just like a snippet. If you want the money,
alright guys, Mustang Week 2021 shirts are now available. For those of you that can't even make Mustang Week this year, you can still cop the shirt and rep it from your hometown. Head to the link in the description, guys. Go run it up. They're gonna go fast.
Want it going. Want all this, touch it till you see it when it's on. I can never move. People killing me a spawn. I just need some space. Can you please get off my...
Well, here she is, ladies and gentlemen, the newest member to the DBP squad fleet. We have this beautiful 1988 Foxbody Mustang GT in this awesome black paint with Cobra R rep wheels that bounce off the paint really nice and complement it so well. And I must say, never owned a black car before, but I sure am digging this Foxbody setup. Ooh, just can't get enough of it. I figured we can go ahead and start this video off on the right foot and give you guys a full in-depth tour of this 88 GT. We're gonna go into the trunk, underneath the car, the interior, the engine bay, the exterior, the whole nine, and just give you guys the full effect on exactly what we're working with here. And we're also gonna be discussing how much I picked up this beautiful barn find for. And yes, it is indeed a barn find, considering this is a two-owner Foxbody Mustang with 67,000 original miles, and both of the owners are older guys. They're retired Army, and the one guy himself owned it for over 20 something years, and that was until his wife wanted to go and surprise him with a brand new 2020 S550. But the only stipulation was he had to get rid of this, and that's when his buddy took it under his own wing, and ever since then it's just been sitting in a garage. I don't know how I got this lucky to find a car in such beautiful condition. The body style I absolutely love, such low mileage, interior barely looks like it was even sat in, and it's just overall my favorite car in the entire fleet as of right now. But here we go, let's go ahead and give you guys a nice slow walk around so you can really take it in. It does need little things here and there. You're gonna obviously see it as we do this walk around, but overall, you cannot complain with the quality this car is in for being, what, how old, 30-year plus now? So I have no complaints whatsoever. It is the absolute best foundation that I'm looking for, and I'm gonna have more videos dropping on this soon, and you know, regarding my 1982 Foxbody Mustang GT, and you know, we're gonna go into all those details eventually, but for now, let's focus in and show you guys exactly what we have here. And I think this is going to be a crowd favorite if you ask me, because it's already taken the garage spot of Lucifer. Got to preserve it, got to keep it clean, and it's just going to get so much love, and we're going to have this thing looking freaking awesome. Not that it doesn't look awesome already. I mean, look at this, so sick. Let's go ahead and start off with the front end of this car. First things you want to look for are the body lines. As you can see, this body is straight as an arrow. The gaps are super tight, which is very good sign. Same with the front bumper. You can see the body lines are really, really nice and very, very straight. You can also see with the front bumper, we are rocking the front tag for now. Once I get my cowl hood, I'm gonna go and get that painted alongside getting the bumper repainted, and we'll take care of that. Front plate, no bueno, it's gonna be gone soon, but I will say it does look really good with the antique plates on there. Black and white, man, that looks killer. But moving on to the side, we can take a look at the body trim here, and these are typically the first thing to fall off the body because they are stuck on with automotive grade adhesive, and if they're set outside, not taken care of, you know, they start peeling off, and that's exactly what happened in my 1982. Very easy to replace, but you can tell these are in great condition. They are painted. I know a lot of people despise that, but to be honest, with this whole look of this car, I'm so glad when it got repainted that they did everything. Moving down to the wheels, as you can see, we have the 4-lug Cobra R replica wheels from American Muscle. I do like the color, I do like the style. I may change them up in the future. I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet. I do want to convert this car to a 5-lug at some point. You just get so many more wheel options and, you know, fitment options and what have you. But peek inside there, you can see that caliper definitely needs some love. It looks looked like it was touched with some red paint at some time, and it's definitely going away. But I do have a big plan for this car. You know, blue and black is my MO. We got blue 2 valve at home, blue and black color scheme. We have Blucifer at home, blue and black color scheme. This car, again, is my first black car I've ever owned in my life. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna go paint the calipers a grabber blue, and then we're even gonna get a little detailed and, you know, take care of this red dot, make that grabber blue, just to give it, you know, that good old DBP touch. You can also see inside there, these were replaced with drilled and slotted rotors, which look absolutely amazing if you ask me. Moving on to the door, you can see, again, really tight body lines. Another thing that needs to be touched up, this Mustang GT that was done in silver was poorly done, I will say, but we're gonna take care of that as well. I mean, no dents in the door whatsoever. Very straight body. It's amazing to me, honestly, and this is what I'm talking about, you know, having the whole car painted. A lot of people like to leave these trims chrome. I hate it. I love the murdered out look, especially once we go and throw the 5% tin on here. It's gonna really flow in and give this thing a sinister look. So I lucked out with that, no doubt about it. Moving on to the rear side of the car. Again, Cobra wheel, obviously, and we do have, you know, those drum brakes painted red. Not a big fan of that. I might just go black when I do the grabber blue accents. I don't know if grabber blue will look good. Let me know in the comment section down below. Really cool feature that I never knew these cars had. There's actually a release button on the inside in order to open the gas cap. I never knew a freaking 88 out of all years would have had that. That's really sick. We do have the dual exhaust. The car currently does have Flowmasters. I want to say they're like the Super 44s or Flowmaster 40s. It's one of those two. I can't remember what he said. One thing I do want to change, it is original, but the taillights. I'm not a big fan of the taillights. They call them the cheese graters. I personally love the LX style. We're gonna be putting some LX taillights in there, no doubt about it. And we're gonna search on the market to see what kind of third brake light we got. But that might just stay, who knows. And considering this is a GT model, you can see we do have like that hatch spoiler all-in-one type deal going on here. It's pretty meaty, not gonna lie, but I like it. Gives it that old school classic Fox body look. A lot of people might disagree with me, but I dig it. Looking at the hatch trim here, you can see it's all in one piece. Looks very nice. Rear windshield, don't really know if there's any tint on there. There might be a little bit, but we're gonna address that as well with some nice 5% to really give this a murdered out look. Moving on to the driver's side, yet again, you can just see how nice and tight these body lines are. No dents, very flushed, super straight body. And that's another thing that's really hard to find about these cars, especially with how old they are, how abused they've gotten throughout their lives. It's extremely hard to find a Fox body that does not have a twisted body. And speaking about the twisted body, I was gonna show you underneath the car, but I do wanna let you know that this car is equipped with some subframe connectors. Huge necessity with the Fox bodies because they're a unibody. So you really want to get those thrown on your Fox. That should be priority number one, and that keeps the body nice and straight, gives it a better feel, and it'll just preserve it in the long run, especially if you want to, you know, do some racing in these things. Pretty much it's in the exact same condition as the passenger side, which is a good thing because the passenger side is freaking awesome. And you can actually tell we do have some aftermarket headlights, which I do like. I think it suits the car really well, especially with the fogs being in great condition too. It gives it a nice bright look up front with the body being completely darkened. So it's a sick look. I love it. It's different. It's definitely not my go-to, but it is now because this setup right here is like the definition of old school Fox body look. And that's what I love about it because it just fits me so well. I know what you're thinking. We've seen the exterior, looks pretty damn good. Now we want to check out the interior of the car because that's going to be one of the main things that takes the most wear and tear, getting in, out, you know, keeping it clean, the dash cracking. We're going to dive into it. And before we do, I just want to put this on the record that I think this is probably one of the cleanest, all original 1988 Fox body interiors you can really get into. And it's all original but one piece, the cup holders. So I'm going to show you that. But let's go. My absolute favorite part about owning this car, that sound. Good old classic sound. Let's take a look at the door panels. No stains, no rips, no creases. In immaculate condition. Even has aftermarket speakers thrown in there. And we can go into the main interior here. Let's take a look at the driver's seat. Again, no rips, no stains, no creases. Insane how this has held up throughout all these years. Headrests are perfect. And this is the only thing that I believe is aftermarket is the cup holders. The dude didn't smoke, he said, so he just threw in this 2 cup holders, and yeah, we're good to go because I don't smoke either. The passenger seat speaks for itself. Usually these are always mint in all cars like this, but you know, when you have a driver's seat that matches, that's just icing on the cake right there. But we can go and jump into the cockpit here. Got the old school wheel. Horn does work, and you know this was very well taken care of when there is absolutely no wear on the steering wheel, not even fading from the sun. It is still really nice and grippy, has a lot of life into it. It's not dried out. It's truly crazy how well this car was taken care of. And you can take a look at the dash. Tons of life into this thing, not a single crack. And again, these are notorious for cracking because they're left out in the sun and they just start drying up and becoming very brittle. And you know, all my lights work. Switches are perfect. Got the hazards. Really cool, man. Really cool stuff. I'm still speechless that this is mine. It's insane. Hit the lottery with this car. I actually have to retract my statement. It's not 100% original besides this piece. I want to say it does have a different shifter in there compared to my 82. This one really does have a short throw, and it's not a super long school bus shifter. And I also have an aftermarket Sony Bluetooth radio, which is sick because, you know, all the speakers in here are aftermarket too. So, and it sounds good. It really does. It sounds great. Everything with the center console works just fine. Can open this up, got a little compartment in there. As far as the headliner, excellent condition. Have an aftermarket sunroof though. This one actually can close, medium setting, or the tall setting. But I can assure you it does not leak because I drove this car home in the pouring rain. So that's a plus. And I know a lot of people are gonna have their gripes about that, but I could care less. As long as it doesn't leak, it looks good and it's functioning, we're good. Got the old school map light here. It's pretty cool. Back seat, you know, freaking mint. I would sleep back there. It's probably the most comfortable back seat I've ever sat in, no joke. But let's go ahead and take a look at the hatch. Get that popped. Again, love it. Let's peep this. Oh, man, that thing is heavy. Holy, those struts are screaming right now. It has a factory liner that attaches right here, and it pulls back. Beautiful 5.0 carpet. Some boxes and miscellaneous stuff. That's the hatch for you. Now, I guess we can move on to pretty much the last piece of this car, and that's gonna be the engine bay. One more time. Oh man. Oh, there she is. Old school pushrod 5.0. Can never go wrong. And this thing is freaking stout. Again, 67,000 original miles. The oil looks fantastic. It's not burning oil. You know, it has a little intake there. Nothing too crazy. I do plan on doing some motor work to this thing in the near future. We are going to go ahead and put a cam in it. This car is well deserving of a cam, no doubt about it. Nice little battery tray with the cover. I know a lot of people are going to recommend me relocating the battery to the back just so the acid doesn't drip and start, you know, eroding all the stuff. And speaking about eroding, take a look at those strut towers. Things are freaking mint. That's huge. Overall, very, very gorgeous engine bay. And I would 100% drive this to California tomorrow if I had to. That's how confident I am in this car. It's freaking mechanically sound, looks great, and it's just overall the best package. You practically just saw the whole car in all its glory, and now everybody wants to know, what did I end up spending on this car? And, you know, hopefully I didn't get screwed. Hopefully, you know, you guys are pretty impressed with the price. It's definitely not cheap. It was not cheap whatsoever, but I have been keeping my eyes out on the market for these cars and what they're going for. And in this case, I think it's very cheap considering, again, 2-owner, garage kept, minty as hell all the way around. It runs freaking like a mule, and 67,000 original miles on an 88 GT. I paid $8,500 for the car. And if I'm not mistaken, I could easily get 12, 13 grand tomorrow for this, based on the market and other cars in this caliber with the same mileage and same conditions. So I think I did pretty well on it. I love it. It's my baby. I'm just so happy with it. I really am. Just something about these older cars that mean way, way, way more to me than, you know, Blucifer. Blucifer's nice and all. I'm very grateful for it, but anybody right here watching this video can go out tomorrow and replicate Blucifer to a very T, and that's that. It has no uniqueness to it, and it really doesn't. I'm not trying to burst anybody's bubble or, you know, downgrade my cars or anything, but this right here this is American muscle right there, man. This is a freaking pushrod 5.0 Foxbody that is mint. and it's in great hands because it's going to be the heart of the channel. Mark my words. I already have plans for this. I'm already talking with UPR, suspension and stuff. So pretty much just going to wrap up into the whole discussion of what's going on with the 82 Mustang I have. It's going to be another video, and we're going to talk about that. But 8,500, guys. Let me know how I did in the comment section down below. Are you pretty impressed with the price? Again, the dude had like 20 something inquiries within an hour, so I think I got extremely lucky. Very lucky. But let's start her up. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, they installed keyless entry on an 88. That's freaking sick. She got a little rumble. She'll get those headers in mid-pipe soon. Already has the Flowmaster, so that's already a great step ahead for that awesome 5.0 classic sound. But there she is, guys. Now that you got the full scoop on the 88 GT, I need your help right now, and that's to name this beautiful thing. I think it deserves an awesome name, and again, it's gonna be the staple of the channel. Mark my words, I'm in love, guys. It took Lucifer's spot out of the garage. My main goal with this car is to keep this to the day I die and to keep it awesome, because right now I'm truly blessed to have a car this nice for the price of 8,500. So I think that's unheard of. I really do. I truly think that's unheard of. So I'm happy with it. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel, supporting me. By the way, go grab your Mustang shirts. Links in the description. All that stuff helps, and that's gonna help modify this car, I promise you. I know we stalled on the 82. Again, a whole video coming, but this is kind of why, and I have a whole explanation, and it's gonna totally make sense to you guys. So it's coming, be patient. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Please drop a like up on this video. We have a ton of content coming with this car the rest of the week and from months on out. So I'm stoked. Hope you guys are too. Thank you guys again so much for watching. But until next time, we'll see you later.